Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today I've got a Samsung Galaxy S4 tablet. Wow, that's a long name. However, because it's a review unit, I didn't get a retail box with it, so I can't really tell you what comes in the box apart from the tablet and the S Pen. But yeah, so on the side we've got a 4-pin connector and two magnet snaps for the keyboard that if you pre-order the S4 tab comes bundled with it. Now we've got dual speakers on the side, we've got a power button, volume up, volume down, SIM tray, memory card tray on the side. We've got additional two speakers on the sides, headphone jack and a Type-C connector on the bottom. As you can see, the back made of glass is a horrendous fingerprint magnet. So actually, you know what? I'm just going to take a cloth and clean it because it's absolutely ridiculous and driving me mad. I'm not going to lie, it's absolutely killing me. So yeah, that was also a 13 megapixel camera on the back and an LED flash. Yeah, I had to clean the front as well because it's absolutely ridiculous. The front facing camera and the iris scanner. So the front facing camera is 8 megapixels and you've got the front facing iris scanner plus an ambient lighting sensor. So how's the tabs itself? Now, the tab itself out of the box runs on Android 8.1. However, I'm not sure if it's the review unit or if it's my fluorescent light that's above me, but you can see a screen flicker on the device. Now, when I've stopped recording and when I looked at the screen, it looked perfectly fine. Yeah, I presume it's because of the lighting I've got in my room. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else. So for now, it is what it is. So in terms of features of the device, you've got, in order to unlock the device, you can either use the iris scanner, or you can use the PIN code, or you can use the passcode. But because of the lack of the physical home button, there is no fingerprint sensor. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting choice of like hardware for this device. But yeah, you at least get the iris scanner, but I'm not 100% sure if there are any Android apps that do support the iris scanner. However, obviously the Note 8 did support the iris scanner last year, and so does the Note 9. So potentially there are apps that do support iris scanner. Now, luckily with the Android Pay, for example, you don't need the fingerprint sensor like with the Apple Pay, you just need to unlock the device. So if you ever plan on paying with the tablet, you can do that. Now, obviously the device comes bundled with the S Pen. However, as with the Tab S3, which I reviewed previously, there is no actual slot for the pen. So you have to buy a case with some sort of a pen holder. For it. Now, in terms of the pen itself, as usual, if you'd like to, you can operate the tablet with a pen or you can operate the tablet with your finger. It's up to you. However, there is also a Samsung DeX that's now built into the device, which I'll show you in a second, that doesn't require any additional cradles or dongles or anything like that. So yeah, the S Pen is actually quite useful with the Samsung DeX. In terms of the sounds, now obviously you get the speakers that are tuned by AKG, but you also get Dolby Atmos support like on the S9, S9 Plus, which you can either leave in auto mode or you can set up for voice, music or movie enhancement. Then you've got the equalizer, you've got the UHD upscaler, which upscales the low quality MP3 files. In terms of connection, as usual, you've got the Wi-Fi, obviously, pocket hotspot and so on, but you can obviously, if you like to stream to a telly as well, or Chromecast. Now, in terms of the device itself, like I've mentioned, let me just turn the brightness a bit down. We'd get the 13 megapixel camera, which I'll show you in a second. It's a bit awkwardly placed. I think I prefer the iPad way of putting the camera to a side, purely because if you hold it in the landscape mode, you actually cover it with your palm. In terms of video recording capabilities, you can record in 4K, however only in 30 frames per second, and there is no optical image stabilization in terms of video recording, so everything is, you only get an EIS, which is electronic image stabilization. You don't get the Samsung Live Focus either, so you can't really blur the background, but yeah, send me an email or letter if you do actually, you are actually one of those 2 people in the world that do take pictures with the tablet. Now, in terms of the pen itself, it obviously allows you to do like smart screen, so you can do a screenshot and then write on the screen. So if you've got a picture that someone has sent you, oh, that's interesting. Why did the brightness go all the way down? Oh, okay, because I'm holding the tablet in landscape mode and I'm covering the light sensor. So yeah, if you'd like to, you can obviously doodle or write stuff down on a screenshot or a picture or anything you do, and add it and send it back. So if someone sends you an invoice and there is an error, a mistake or something like that, you can just doodle on it and send it back, which is one of my favorite features on the actual all Note series since the Note 3 and Note 4 I had. So yeah, then you've got Smart Select. So if you'd like to, you can select a part of the screen, portion of the screen, and then if you'd like to, you can obviously add text to it, and just send that bit of the screen over to someone else. If you'd like to, you can wildly share it. It saves to the clipboard. It also saves to the gallery. You can also keep it there, so if you're doing something else, it will stay there. In terms of live message, it's like if you'd like to, you can draw whatever you want to, and it saves the file as a GIF file. So then if you'd like to, you can send it to someone and it shows the whole process of drawing the doodle, the writing or whatsoever. So again, pretty convenient. It's nice to have it rather than not have it. And considering it's actually the only Android device that is quite powerful and available on the market, it's not that bad. Because unfortunately, there's nothing running Snapdragon 845. And in terms of Snapdragon 835, which is powering this device, it's still more powerful than, for example, the Huawei P20 Pro with its Kirin 970 processor, which I did prove in the benchmark video, which you can see if you click in top right corner. Now that is another feature of the tablet. So we've got Samsung DeX, which doesn't require not only any cradles, but it doesn't require connecting to a telly either. So all you need is basically a tablet. You don't need any additional peripherals. You don't need to plug anything in. However, if you'd like to, you can use the keyboard that Samsung sells for £129. Or any other Bluetooth keyboard, because it's obviously Android, so you can connect any Bluetooth keyboard, and you can obviously connect a mouse as well. So if you've got a Bluetooth mouse, or if you've got a Type-C to USB adapter, you can also connect a mouse via USB receiver. And that actually makes more sense. So it's still Android, it's not running on Windows 10 or any like equivalents, but it's more convenient, in my opinion, to use in DeX mode. Now the DeX mode only works in a landscape mode, so it makes more sense to use it with a keyboard. You've got a file commander, but obviously, like I did mention, all the files are on your device, so it doesn't separate anything from each other. However, the caveat of the Note 9, which I've also reviewed recently, stays in here. So if you turn the DeX off and you have not saved any of your work, unfortunately you'll lose all the work. Now obviously, if you're using Microsoft Excel, for example, it syncs nicely to the OneDrive if you're using the Office 365, so don't worry about that. But it's still a case of shutting the app completely down, and unfortunately not being able to use it is a bit of a not be able to retrieve the data is a bit of a downside. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. In terms of the apps that do not support DeX in its native resolution and size, you can open the apps in a window. So for example, Netflix works, but let's say, I don't know, Showbox will open in the window. Obviously, if you'd like to, you can then stretch the video. So yeah, thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye.